Once again, Willie D running his dick suckers. And like I said, Willie D part of the system, y'all. Willie D has been cloned, y'all. He's the original Koon of his own album, y'all. They say when you speak the truth, right? And he came up with that Koon song. He was talking about himself, y'all. So he was trying to throw Nicki Minaj under the bus because she's in support of Donald Trump sending soldiers over there in Nigeria because Muslims over there are slaughtering Christians wholesale. Goes to show you a whole lot about Koon-ass Willie D, right? We're going to get into his video too. But let's check this video out, ladies and gentlemen.
Made the persecuted church his priority like no other president before him in American history. While Nigeria's Christians cried out, he answered, and he has answered loudly. He has reminded the world that protecting Christians is not about politics. It is a moral duty.
Powerful words and leadership from U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz. They speak to a crisis the world can no longer ignore. Yesterday, I joined the ambassador and rapper and activist now, Nicki Minaj. We sat on a U.S. mission at the UN panel, raising the alarm about the persecution and systematic massacre of...
What is Willie D doing in his community or for the world, period? What he's doing, sitting on his couch in his basement, running his dick suckers, a failed rapper that didn't put no money up for his retirement. God damn it. Fuck out of here, Willie D, you coon ass nigga. You ain't doing nothing but causing confusion on your platform. Shows you a whole lot about your character, you coon ass nigga.
Christians in Nigeria by radical Islamic terrorists.
While Nigerian officials maintain that terrorism strikes all faiths indiscriminately, and they do. There is a body of evidence, and you are going to hear that from our experts today, that paints a very grim picture of disproportionate suffering among Christians. We have an entire faith that is being erased, one bullet at a time, one torched Bible at a time.
Grammy Award-winning rapper Nicki Minaj has stepped up to use her superstardom. She is drawing global attention to the issue, which is close to her heart as a Christian.
Right.
I want to be clear. Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity.
That's right.
This is about standing up in the face of injustice. It's about what I've always stood for my entire career, and I will continue to stand for that for the rest of my life.
Amen,
I will care if anyone, anywhere, is being persecuted for their beliefs.
Amen.
Well, we have chilling new video today from inside a Nigerian Christian church just this week. Terrorists opened fire during worship.
Wow.
Reuters is reporting they killed 2 people, kidnapped 2 others. Watch this.
Wow.
We don't know the extent to other injuries in this. It's hard to get that reporting out of there, so we lean on international sources. But we are focusing on this now, and we'll continue to show you what we can and report. Because the story is huge. A horrifying scene in a nation where thousands of Christians have been killed this year alone. Tens of thousands killed or kidnapped since 2009. Leah Sharibu was just 14 years old when Boko Haram kidnapped her along with more than 100 other girls. They ultimately released some of the captives, but not Leah, because she refused to do the one thing they are forcing these young girls to do. She refused to denounce her Christian faith. She turns 22 this May. She apparently remains in captivity more than 7 years.
And
focus now, Gloria Samdi Puldu, president of the Leah Foundation, joining us from Nigeria. First of all, thank you and our prayers to you as you represent this family. What do you know about what happened to the girls that they kept, like Leah?
If you live
That they kept, like Leah.
Thank you very much. I do really want to appreciate you for the opportunity that you have given to me to speak on behalf of the plight of Leah Sharibu
like
and
I said,
so many
Donald
of
Trump,
other girls who are in captivity.
Like I said, Donald Trump do more for black than black do for black. Let's continue.
And we also, before I go into it, I want to specifically appreciate the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern by President Trump. All Christians, we are excited and we are grateful for that. Going to the story of our girls, like we mentioned, Leah Sharibu at 14 was taken
Muslim
along
devils.
109 other girls
Willie D support this shit, yo.
Were released after a month, but Leah was kept back in captivity because she refused to renounce her Christian faith. We have a lot of these girls who are still in captivity, and when I talk about a lot of girls, I'm talking about thousands of girls who are still held in captivity. Unfortunately, even as at yesterday, as at 17th of November, that is 2 days ago,
inside the church taking bags.
The girls from the secondary school in Kebbi, Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School in Maga in Kebbi State, were abducted just like Leah Sharibu. Leah was taken 7 years ago. We know that Chibok girls were taken over 10 years ago in 2014. And so we still have this same thing happening over and over. And we have a lot of our Christian girls that are abducted 1, 2, 3, 4 on a daily basis in their communities, and they are taken into the forest in the hands of different terrorists that we have in Nigeria. So it's a very sad situation.
Dr. Fuldu, I moderated a panel yesterday at the United Nations, and one of the facts I brought forth was that there are now 22 of these radical Islamic terror organizations on the ground in your country right now. So Boko Haram is the one that probably is most notorious.
Yeah, they're gonna get wiped out. But when you say
still taking girls, some of them are in sexual traffic rings and all sorts of things that we're learning about torture. I want to get to this. Superstar rapper Nicki Minaj and I got a chance to talk about what it means to her, because she's using her stardom to put a light on what you're going through in Nigeria. Let's watch.
Willie D. Koon,
especially as artists and people in entertainment, I think it sometimes can feel scary to speak up about anything that may not be
part of the go along, get along,
or the popular
like Willie
thing
D.
to speak about. I never care if something is popular. I care about
Dan
what
is 70
rings
years
true
old
to
in the
me,
basement
to
of his
people who
mom's
are
house,
going through
running
hard
his dick
times right
suckers.
now in Nigeria. I hope that when they see this being done, that it makes them feel heard. You know, that it makes them feel like, okay, someone cares. Yeah.
Right.
She talked about her Trinidadian pastor,
her
own Nigerian pastor. When you see someone of that stature, a world over, and many of her fans live in your country, and they want Nicki Minaj to come and perform there. When you see her attach her voice to this, what does that mean to you?
It means so much. It means so much. It shows that the world has turned its attention to Nigeria, and especially the Christians who are in so much,
and the devil is being exposed.
The situation that we are going through, especially for women and girls who, you know, like in 2025 and 2024, we have about 1,680 students, mostly girls, who have been abducted. So when you have such a wonderful star coming to add her voice to the advocacy and demanding their release, it's such a huge honor. And especially to have your TV station as well also amplify our voices. We are very grateful, and I just want to say thank you so very much to Nicki Minaj, and for all of you that are adding your voices to the plight. And we trust that it will not just stop in just speeches and talks, but it will be felt, because we will see that people like Leah Sharibu will be rescued from captivity, and they will be back home. The pressure will be there, and they will be back home.
All right. I know I mentioned a few of the horrifying statistics. This year alone, Islamic terrorists have slaughtered more than 7,000 Christians. And I want to specify, that was from January to August.
Let's get the facts up here real quick, y'all. Look at this. Let's get the facts up here.
It's the middle of November, more of them have died. And since 2009, 125,000 are estimated to have been killed. Here's an exchange I had yesterday with Sarah Macon, former senior advisor to President Trump on international religious freedom. We talked about how those numbers affect generations to come. I think of those young people in Nigeria, half the population under 18, most of them under 15. What happens to the future of Nigeria if you kill the children?
That young population of people, those that are left, if we don't step in here and say this is unacceptable, then we allow radicalization to take place, and that country will be far more dangerous in the future than it even is today.
Dr. Puldo, we're short on time, but what is your prayer going forward as a Christian?
My prayer is that now that the world has turned its eyes on Nigeria, that there will be rescue of Nigerian Christians from the persecutions that we are going through, especially for me, women and girls who are paying the greatest brunt. We desire to be back home with our families and also to stay and practice the religion that we have chosen to practice. ISWAP, that is holding Leah, we are demanding that they should be wiped out and women should be rescued.
Yeah, that is one of the Islamic terror groups which you're talking about, ISWAP. A blessing to have you to pull us into what is going on with young girls and women and Christian Nigerians where you are. Bless you. Thank you.
When I tell you this nigga is a Koon ass nigga and his album was dedicated to himself, that's what I was talking about, y'all. A felt rapper that's in his mom's basement running his dick suckers. Listen, look at the title of his video, y'all. Look at that. Hating ass nigga, man. Hating ass, Koon ass nigga, man.
The year is 2025, and Nicki Minaj has officially gone MAGA. Yeah, fam. She lost her mind. Check it out.
Well, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria.
Look at his face. That nigga been clonked, y'all. What's wrong with her standing up against Christians being slaughtered, goddammit, in Nigeria? You mad about that, Willie, you Koon ass nigga? Look at him, y'all. He mad as a motherfucker, man. Nigga sold his soul a long time ago. In Hollywood, when you was young. The Ghetto Boys. Nigga, you been sold your soul, nigga. Look at you in your mom's basement with a white screen. Looking like fucking Bill Cosby in the face. You shaved face bastard.
I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics.
What's wrong with that, Willie?
No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated.
That's right.
On social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other.
That's right.
We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room. Music has taken me around the globe. I have seen how people, no matter their language...
I'm just going to interject really, really quickly, fam. One of the ways that the enemy is able to effectively state their case is to say some truths among the lies that they tell. Keep that in mind.
What lies, Willie? And we just didn't seen the video interview of sisters in Nigeria that's being slaughtered and kidnapped and raped. What are you talking about, Willie?
Culture or religion come alive.
The devil is here and he's real, ladies and gentlemen. And he's amongst us. Facts.
When they hear a song that touches their soul. Religious freedom means we all can sing our faith regardless of who we are, where we live, and what we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action. And I want to be clear. Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides.
You hear that, Willie? It's not about taking sides. You came out your dick suckers saying she was full of MAGA, turned MAGA. That's slander. That's slander. Fucking idiots.
Or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity.
Okay.
Nigeria is a beautiful...
Okay, Koon ass Willie. Okay.
...nation with deep faith traditions and lots of beautiful barbs that I can't wait to see. When one's church, mosque, or place of worship is destroyed, everyone's heart should break just a little bit. And the foundation of the United Nations, with its core mandate to ensure peace and security, should shake. I am joined here today by peace builders, by faith leaders, by those who saw violence, saw rising intolerance, saw the threats clearly before us, and chose not to look the other way. And I will continue to stand for that. For the rest of my life, I will care if anyone, anywhere, is being persecuted for their beliefs. Thank you.
Let's listen to this Koon ass.
So,
we mad. Look, y'all.
She's concerned about people being persecuted for their beliefs. See, she's very ill-informed, fam.
Full of shit,
so here's the deal. Here's the truth.
What truth you got?
While Christians do face violence in Nigeria at times,
we're looking for a scapegoat, y'all. Look.
Christians also commit violence in Nigeria at times.
Wow. You can't make
Christians who get killed.
You can't make this shit up, y'all. You can't make this shit up at all. The devil is being exposed, ladies and gentlemen. The devil is being exposed like a motherfucker, y'all. And he's amongst us, y'all. Look to your left, look to your right. God damn it, the devil might be right there.
Killed in Nigeria are not being singled out. Typically in Nigeria, first of all, in many spaces throughout Nigeria, Christians and Muslims live alongside one another. That's first and foremost. So she's totally ill-informed, right?
Wow. Wow, and we just did a video before this Koon ass nigga running his dick suckers about the citizens that live in Nigeria. What is this nigga talking about? You no ear having motherfucker?
They live side by side amongst each other in many, many, many places throughout Nigeria. When they have beef, it typically has something to do with community or region. It ain't got jack to do with religion most of the time. Most of the time, no. So what is this really all about?
Shut the fuck up. Silence! Shut the fuck up. Please just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Please just shut the fuck up. Silence! Shut the fuck up. Please just shut the fuck up.